Wisconsin.
Here's to you. Here's to the connection within the lines between the players. As a team, they play a song without solos.
It's so loud in here.
In the key of chemistry. Here's to the rise in leaps and bounds, of popularity and buzz.
We are fired up.
And no wonder. There is speed and precision, power and finesse.
The mental resilience, the physical resilience.
We more than watch. We witness.
Part of the champion on display.
So here's to action, to the tension, to the drama, to the joy of it all.
Where we are now is incredible.
This is such high-level volleyball. Are you not entertained?
Here's to volleyball.
We love volleyball, and we know that you do too. Welcome to the Jeep AVCA First Serve from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where we have a stellar lineup for you. We have already seen the reigning national champions play, and it was Louisville taking down those champions in Texas A&M. Chloe Chicoine, fantastic, 19 kills, 9 of those in the fourth and a final set, and this Louisville team getting a little revenge for being knocked out of the tournament by the Aggies last year. And we've got one more match coming up for you tonight. We're going to see a semifinal rematch between Wisconsin and Kentucky. And then don't forget Sunday, 2 more matches for you, as this is just a stellar lineup to start the volleyball season across the country. And we are so ready to go. Let's go. Courtney Lau alongside 3-time National Coach of the Year, Mary Wise, Olympic bronze medalist, Holly McPeak. And this is an absolutely wild weekend. 4 top 10 matchups. You're going to see 8 of the top 12 teams in the nation. No other sport kicks it off like this.
Oh, and I love that our coaches are willing to do that. But they learn so much about themselves as a barometer against other great competition. And one thing we know in playing these matches, a loss isn't going to hurt you as much as a win is going to help you.
And as a volleyball fan, you get to see the best matchups, first match out, second match out, and some of the best players in the country.
Well, we have already seen the reigning national champion in Texas A&M, and now we're going to see the team who they beat in that championship final, Kentucky. 2020, that is when they beat Texas to win an NCAA title for the very first time. And then in December, they lost to Texas A&M in an all-SEC championship. They got swept, but the transfer portal was good to them. They added some key pieces in Morgan Gardy, but man, what they have returning is pretty spectacular. Brooklyn DeLay, who is on the watch list for the National Player of the Year.
Brooklyn DeLay is something special, and she played all last season with a knee injury. She finally is back and better than ever. In big moments for Kentucky, look for Cassie O'Brien to find Brooklyn DeLay on the court because she knows how to score.
Yeah, and that was something nobody knew, that she was playing with a torn meniscus in her left knee, played the entire season, but now she is back healthy, and Kentucky is the only team with 4 players listed on that Player of the Year watch list entering the season. They are absolutely stacked. Now, they're going to be facing a program that they know pretty well in Wisconsin. They beat the Badgers in the semifinals last year, but this Wisconsin program, you talk about sustained success. Kelly Sheffield has been able to do that. They won a national championship back in 2021. They took down Nebraska, and they lost to 5 sets to this Kentucky team in the national semifinals last year, but they've added some star power too in Jayla Auguste from Florida to go along with a #1 recruiting class in the nation. And oh, by the way, a veteran in Charlie Furbringer.
One of the best setters in the country. I call her a setter's setter, meaning it's not just her ability to set killable balls for her hitters, which she does very well, but it's her ability to manage the entire game, her decision making. She can beat you in so many ways, and she is the glue to this young Wisconsin team.
Yeah, look at her numbers from 2024 to last season. Now remember, last season she missed 9 matches because she was dealing with a shoulder injury, and she still was one of the best setters in the nation. It's only up from here.
Charlie Furbringer learned. She sat on the bench, watched saw how she could make her team better, and that's what setters and great players do when they're out injured.
Well, with Kentucky having so many returners, it's the opposite for Wisconsin. A lot of new faces coming in. Both of these head coaches from the same area. They know each other well. Kelly Sheffield of Wisconsin, Craig Skinner of Kentucky. They're both with Madison.
Coach Sheffield, with 11 new faces on this team, playing a top 5 opponent, what do you need to see from your team today to get the win?
I'm looking forward to seeing how we compete, how we move on from each play. Just first match, we're excited to get this thing going against an elite team.
Coach, the last time we saw you play was in a national championship final with so many key pieces returning. What's the message?
Yeah, even though it's so many people coming back, it's a new team, new year. People accept a lot of expectations. So again, like Kelly said, how do we respond to adversity and how do we respond to success?
All right, shake hands, you two. Let's go.
Those two longtime friends came up the volleyball coaching ranks together. And once again, they are pitted head to head because they have built elite programs at their institutions. For Kentucky, the last time we saw them, they were being swept in the national championship match. But a chance for the core of this team to come back and run it back. And man, that experience has got to mean something, Mary.
You can't insert experience without the time put in. And this early in the season, two teams that maybe talent-wise be close, it's often experience that wins a match.
Holly, when you look at Wisconsin and their new faces, who are you most excited to see?
I'm really excited to see a bunch of the players. I think Audrey Flanagan on the left side, fantastic all-around player. We're going to get to see Grace Lopez, Grace Egan, possibly on the opposite. So players like that who are stepping into big roles for Wisconsin.
So the whole roster, right?
Basically, there's a lot of talent.
11 of the 18 on their roster are new faces for Wisconsin. They've got the top-ranked recruiting class by several different outlets. And now it's time to get going. And Grace Lopez will step back to serve. Tuzzo gets it up to Brooklyn DeLay, who sets the ball over. And a swing from Audrey Flanagan, that freshman Holly just mentioned. DeLay bringing the heavy arm. Grace Egan can't tip it back over, and Kentucky takes the first point. The story of Brooklyn DeLay, it was in Nashville in September last year when she injured that left meniscus and kept it under wraps, didn't tell anybody, and played the whole season all the way to the championship.
I have so much respect for the toughness that Brooklyn showed all season. And we can talk about it in terms of hitting and blocking, but how it really affects your passing and defense when you're playing with the knee with a torn meniscus.
Power punch from Grace Egan on the opposite position. Holly, what should we expect to see from a healthy Brooklyn DeLay? Where do you think that changes her game the most?
Well, with a healthy knee, you're jumping higher, you're moving better, you're getting your feet to the ball. So I think we're going to see her power game and just getting more balls and more heat on the ball.
Cassie O'Brien will feed Lizzie Carr in the middle, and an easy kill for Lizzie Carr, who transferred in last year from Purdue. Be interesting to see which serve Brooklyn DeLay goes with. She's gonna bomb it. And that one just long, but something she really wasn't able to do with that knee injury.
Correct, that's something we didn't see. And 2 years ago, it was one of her biggest weapons. She was one of the best servers in the country. So that's gonna definitely be an addition to her game and help Kentucky score.
And Grace Egan with a service error. They trade points there.
A lot of the teams we talked to prior to this match talked about having a big emphasis on serving. We're seeing a lot of top spin, some hybrid, bringing a lot of pop, but a lot of focus on the serving game, trying to get teams out of system so defenses can score.
Like Craig Skinner, Kentucky's head coach, told us it would impact whether you were a starter or not, your serve.
I think offenses are so fast these days. This is the status of collegiate women's volleyball that you have to do something. And a really tough serve gives your block at least a chance to slow down a fast offense.
Molly Tuzzo drops it short. Kristen Simon, the libero, takes it. Tuzzo dug it out of the net. Thigpen got the swing. Furbringer going back to Flanagan. One-arm save from Molly Tuzzo, but can't keep it in the court. And there is Audrey Flanagan, a freshman out of California, and Kelly Sheffield told us she can impact the game in multiple ways as a freshman, and that is rare. He mentioned Harper Murray, who's an All-American at Nebraska, as one of the few that came to mind.
To come in as a freshman and be a 6th rotation player and earn a spot on a program like Wisconsin as a starter, that says a lot about Audrey Flanagan's game.
Ava Travis will get a second attempt, trying to go cross court, and it's long. Travis, the transfer from UC Santa Barbara. Her and Flanagan getting the start on the left pin tonight. And here's Trinity Ward, a Louisville, Kentucky native, now playing in Lexington. Furbringer to Travis. Cassie O'Brien trying to get Kennedy Washington going on the slide. Well, we mentioned all the new faces for Wisconsin. 9 freshmen. And several outlets have this recruiting class for Kelly Sheffield as the #1 class. And keep in mind, Desilee's champion, who is playing with the Puerto Rican national team, she is not even with the program yet. She is still to come, just 16 years old. And she's expected to join the program around September 1st.
Kelly Sheffield brought in so much talent. We saw it yesterday at practice, and it was a really exciting practice to watch because of the size and athleticism and all the players wearing Wisconsin jerseys. It's really going to be fun to watch this team develop as the season goes on.
A kill for Ava Travis.
Holly talked about Flanagan's game. Her serve receive is what I love. She is so good passing, and that last side out, she was first contact.
Brooklyn DeLay with a perfect pass to Cassie O'Brien, and they go back to Washington. Let's take you back a couple of points talking about Audrey Flanagan, the freshman, Mary.
She makes it look easy, and she did in club, and she probably did when Holly was working with her when she was 9 years old. Passing just comes easy to her, and that's how she found her way to the court and may not leave at the starting lineup when she passes that well.
Yeah, we have rare insight because, Holly, you got to train Audrey Flanagan when she was younger. What stood out?
What stood out? Well, she was shorter than I.
Yeah.
She was very long-limbed, but she had fantastic ball control from the beginning. She couldn't necessarily hit the ball, but her digging and her passing was excellent.
I'm sorry to tell you, she is definitely now taller than you.
Thank you.
And there she is attacking out of the back row. The free ball back to Wisconsin. Flanagan gets another attempt. It's coming over. And out.
Grace Egan for Wisconsin with a very good eye. That ball looked very close to let drop.
We do have Bolt 6 in use, so no lines people as the computer is calling it. The camera's here. And you can see on your screen, it's clearly out. All right, speaking of bomb serves, here comes Grace Lopez. Tuzzo handles it beautifully. Out to Brooklyn DeLay. Kill it.
That's going to be huge as this match goes on. Grace Lopez as a left-hander doing the jump topspin serve. She slices it. Speaking from experience, when she was at Miami. She might have scored a few points
on your Florida
on our
Gators?
Florida Gators. And you just don't want her to get on a roll, get hot. Think about it, one and done. One serve, let's get her off the service line.
And last year we didn't see her because she retore her ACL in the spring. She was coming in to play opposite. Audrey Flanagan, I mean, she is not afraid of this stage.
Audrey Flanagan played with Charlie Furbringer in high school at Maricosta High School, and early on she knew she wanted to follow Charlie Furbringer to play for Wisconsin and with Charlie again, and she is loving being on the court with her.
Yeah, Charlie told us yesterday it did not take long for that connection to come right back between the two of them, and we've seen it already. Kristen Simon sends it back over, and the tough serve from Delay. Flanagan. Cassie O'Brien feeding the middle with Lizzie Carr. Back to Carr out of the middle.
Love the repeat set by Cassie O'Brien, the sophomore setter. She was National Freshman of the Year. Smart play to continue to get that ball to Lizzie Carr, attacking that gap right at Charlie Furbringer. Comes up with the first dig, but second time, no luck.
And Brooklyn Delay finding her rhythm on this serve. Grace Egan with the tip. Gardy digs it up. Asia Thigpen, who is back to swinging on the left side, her natural position. She was in the opposite last year.
Took all those swings a year ago, most of them on the right side. Now switching positions again, but she swung that one like with confidence and a veteran left side player.
A 3-0 run for the Cats. Oh, Jayla Gus, hello!
Might remember that arm swing. As we recruited Jayla out of high school, she always had a fast arm, and she gets on top of that ball, and it's so quick. And now combined with Charlie's setting, that dude is going to score a lot of points.
Mary, of course, had the chance to coach Jayla August at Florida. And Jayla August and Charlie Furbringer are two of the 30 athletes on the AVCA Player of the Year preseason watch list. And Furbringer was one of the reasons Jayla wanted to come to Wisconsin.
Yeah, Charlie did some serious recruiting, I might add. Who wouldn't want to play with her?
I got August and Furbringer. Free ball back to Wisconsin. Connections looking smooth with August.
Watch Charlie Furbringer locate this ball fast to the pin, and August gets on top of that so quickly for Wisconsin.
I was wondering how Jayla August was going to look, guys, because she missed about 10 days up until recently. I think just got cleared this week to come back in the gym and play. And looks fine so far.
Worry no more.
Yes. Ava Travis.
Kelly Sheffield told us about Ava Travis coming into the gym at Wisconsin and having to step up and do the work, but she's a proven point scorer.
Has adapted to that work ethic and that demand. Different from UC Santa Barbara than at Wisconsin, just like it would be going to any other program. Grace Egan out of the back row. I mean, can we have a moment for Molly Tuzzo setting that ball?
One of the best libero secondary setters in the nation. All those reps that Molly Tuzzo takes with the setters, everything that she does in practice before and staying late, gets that kind of quality set.
Last year, Craig Skinner said, look, Molly Tuzzo, we're working on the bro offense because she can run tempo. She can put that ball anywhere with her hands, and that's a huge asset for Kentucky.
And remember, in order for her as the libero to set with her hands, she has to be in the air in front of the 3-meter line. She cannot put her feet on the floor. So even more impressive. Trinity Ward serving at Flanagan. They're still trying to force it to Auguste, and Kentucky was ready. They hit 15 points first. Kentucky up 15-10 here in the opening set to start their season.
I can. You can't spell American without it. During the Jeep Make This the Summer event, say I can in the original can-do vehicle. I can go where freedom takes me. I can bring the whole crew and everything that comes with them. And in America's most patriotic brand, I can take it all in. You can do anything in the new Jeep brand lineup during the Jeep Make This the Summer event.
During the Jeep Make This the Summer event, purchase and get 0% financing or get $3,000 total bonus cash allowance. Plus no monthly payments for 90 days on most 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-door models.
So handsome.
I can't buy this.
Whoa, whoa. Your Empower investment accounts are designed for the long haul. So, get good at money so you can be a little bad. Empower.
When you stay with Choice Hotels, you get more of the experiences you value. Like at the Cambria Hotel rooftop, where you can kick back after designing seamless conversion funnels. I do not know what that means.
Nobody does.
Awesome. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Well, when everything's bigger in Texas, feels like you wanna go real big too. Yeah, Paige. Looks like it's pickup day, and okay, not a truck. You can do it all your way.
Want to drive? CarMax.
Welcome back to ABCA First Serve. Kentucky up over Wisconsin 15-10. Well, these two coaches on opposite sides of the net have a deep history. Both grew up in Muncie, Indiana. They graduated the same year. Together they coached the JV team at Muncie Burris. Skinner as head coach, Sheffield as assistant, and they worked well together, leading the JV team to an undefeated season in 1990. Also, really quick, look at the heads of hair on those two men. And here's the thing, they can't get rid of each other. They faced last season in the national semis, the win going to Kentucky, and now they're starting off the season across the net again. But just really cool to see how far they've come together and now opposite.
Yeah, fantastic story that never gets old, and those photos never get old, Madison. So funny. And yes, they have heard every joke when it comes to their hair.
Yes, they have.
But man, the programs that they have built at their institutions are pretty impressive. They have both won national championships. Skinner in Kentucky in 2020, Kelly Sheffield in Wisconsin the year after in 2021. Jayla Auguste looks really happy to be a Badger right now, Holly.
The speed of the set between Furbringer to Auguste, the middle blocker will always be chasing, and that's the advantage that Wisconsin's going to have when Jayla Auguste is in the front row.
Ava Travis just got a solo stuff.
It's a broken play by Kentucky, so it was obvious where the ball was going, and that's the ones that you think your block should control, and that's exactly what you're going to get when you have a senior outside hitter blocking.
Kristen Simon returning as the bro this year. Brooklyn DeLay just had to tip it over. Simon will bump set Travis, who rolls it into the block. Furbringer back to Travis. This time a little more behind it.
Ava Travis finding the seam. O'Brien and Washington need to make sure they're closing that seam because that ball should get blocked.
Kentucky already has 5 players with a kill. Wisconsin's got 3 different players with a kill here early on in this match. Just in set 1 going to 25. O'Brien out to Asia Thigpen. Travis, soft hands.
Kelly told us that Ava Travis could bring the heat, so you have a player with good court vision, but she swings a heavy ball. Your block better be formed, and they better be strong if you're going to be able to touch quality balls against her swing.
Well, Kentucky's got to call timeout because Wisconsin is on a 4-0 run. They have 4 points on their last 5 serves. Both coaches wearing a mic for us. Let's listen to Craig Skinner.
Okay, stay steady, keep communicating. Let's be better on chaos out of system stuff. Making sure we communicate on who's setting what ball. Okay? Middles, even if it's out here on the sideline, be calling for 2 balls. We push it to you in the net. The outside gets taken out. Okay, let's go. Side out here. Pass.
Out of system, meaning you're not in a perfect situation where you don't have all 3 attacking options available. And just a communication reminder.
Well, Skinner wants his middles to stay available even when they're chasing down balls and it's a chaotic play. Said, hey, call for a 2-ball so we have you as an offensive option, and our offense in transition isn't so predictable.
Kennedy Washington wins the battle with Travis. And that ends the 4-0 run out of the timeout.
Kennedy Washington running that slide for Kentucky, working off the outside hand.
Flanagan takes the pass. Travis takes the swing. Brooklyn delay with the kill. They got a perfect dig right from Molly Tuzzo, their libero.
And there you see Brooklyn just unload. But it starts with that dig, Molly Tuzzo being Molly. Watch how hard Brooklyn swings that. She put everything in that one.
DeLay's got 3 kills, no errors to start, plus 4 digs. Hey, and that just worked for Audrey Flanagan.
Flanagan from the back row takes a little something off of it, sneaks it past the block.
Oh, tough serve from Furbringer. Tipped over by DeLay. Travis going after it. O'Brien backside to Washington, tips, in flies Simon. Travis off hands.
How about the defense we're seeing? Charlie Furbringer picked up some really nice ball, kept her team in the play, and then first it's Simon sliding under, and then Travis blasting through the inside of the block of Kentucky.
Ava Travis already 5 kills in this set for Wisconsin. Cassie O'Brien getting aggressive.
Taking advantage of her length and size at the net on a pass on, which has to be first priority block, identify, is that pass on? And can that setter attack that second ball?
And talk about carrying a big load, a true freshman last year in Cassie O'Brien, who after the first few matches of the season became their starting setter, went on to be the National Freshman of the Year and a second-team All-American, and played in the national championship match where this Kentucky team lost to Texas A&M. Grace Egan swinging on the left. And Cassie O'Brien, after last season, even though it was so successful, she went in and got after it in the weight room. And that's paying dividends right now with her strength.
It certainly is. Cassie O'Brien looks like a different athlete, very strong. Look at the difference in the weights that she's pushing, the speed, the agility, the vertical, all those things she got in the gym, got after it, and she looks so much stronger, moving better on the court for Kentucky.
Yeah, we noticed a difference as soon as we walked in the gym. It's impressive, Madison.
Skinner told me that him and Cassie now have an inside joke. Whenever she makes a crazy dig, lays out, gets something crazy up, they say Cassie wouldn't have gotten that ball last year. And you can tell the work that she put in the weight room has really paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. And she just came back ready to go in her sophomore season. One of those 4 players on Kentucky's roster on the watch list for Player of the Year. Flanagan stopped Lizzie Carr. Woof!
That is one formidable block. You've got 6'6" and 6'6" over there. You're going to watch as matches go on, setters are going to have to work away from Gardy and Carr together because they take up so much room.
Well, that forces a timeout by Wisconsin as Kentucky has hit 20 points first, going to 25. Let's listen to the Wisconsin side.
A little bit smaller block down the line to try to work that. Off blocker, you can get it in the donut. That's a great shot over there. Underneath this kid is going to be a little bit tougher. All right. Get your timing and get in there. Drive like you're wanting that ball. Okay. All right. All right. Get on this. Here we go. Let's go.
Kelly Sheffield reminding his middle attacker to drive and hold that middle blocker so Audrey Flanagan doesn't have 6'6" Lizzie Carr in her face. She also said that shot inside the block is a little tough with that kid over there, that 6'6" Lizzie Carr shutting down the angle. But that's a formidable block for Kentucky. You want to scheme away from them and make them move.
Yeah, Morgan Gardy at 6'5" on the right side, and then Lizzie Carr next to her at 6'6" in the middle. I mean, whoa.
But then you've got Brooklyn DeLay on the left side, who's no schlump either, blocking.
She's only 6'2", Holly.
Well, she's pretty amazing.
Oh, he can try to turn it down the line and a bit wide.
We talked about why this is a good rotation for Kentucky because of their blocking. But we also have in Cassie O'Brien a really good server. Let me not do that jinx thing. But they're going to be able to run points with her serve and these blockers.
What makes her serve tough?
Well, one of the things you see in setters is they've always taken a ton of serving reps, but she makes great hand contact, and the ball is flat and low to the tape of the net. It gets on you fast.
She sets up Lizzie Carr in the middle, and some scrappy plays and a swing from Carr lead to a point.
The connection with O'Brien and Carr has been something they've really worked on. Lizzie Carr did some work to strengthen her core. When you're in the air and you've got a long body, strong cores really help, and that's something she's done. Kentucky up 22 over Wisconsin 17 in the first set.
With Choice Privileges, every 5 nights you stay, you can unlock something you'll really value. Look who earned enough points for an exclusive experience at the racetrack. My hair does that too. Unlock an all-new rewards experience. Join Choice Privileges today.
At Farmers, we're making insurance simple and honest.
That is correct. We cannot sing any lies.
So, no hiding behind fine print.
For the record, he dies is there to hide the gray.
Honesty. That's what you get when
you have Farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Everyone does it.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
I got her a little something.
A little something, Dad?
Hold up. Walt rolled his 401k account into an Empower IRA and planned for times like this. I'm for Team Splurge.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Get good at money so you can be a little bad. Empower.
The NWSL is on ESPN2 Sunday afternoon as the Orlando Pride visits the nation's capital to take on Trinity Rodman and the Washington Spirit. NWSL, it's Sunday at 4 Eastern on ESPN2 and the ESPN app. Well, we're back here in Milwaukee having a lot of fun. Usually, Pfizer Forum is home to the Milwaukee Bucks, but this weekend, 10 of the best volleyball teams in the nation are playing here. It's our second match tonight, as we have already seen Louisville take down the reigning national champion Texas A&M. Kentucky 3 points away from taking this set, and Wisconsin gets a point out of their last timeout that they've called in this set. No more remaining.
Freshman Linny Tarno, 6'5", big presence defensively and offensively, and Kelly Sheffield wanted a kill out of the middle. Important to diffuse that big block on the right side.
Kelly Sheffield told us, too, he's in no hurry to set his lineup, that we could see changes not just through tonight, but through the first few matches of the season. He's got a lot of weapons to play with. And Brooklyn DeLay steps back to serve as Kentucky needs just 2 more points to win this set. Her serve gets Kentucky a free ball. Cassie O'Brien feeding the middle, and Lizzie Carr, and it's set point.
You wouldn't have seen that last year nearly as often as Cassie O'Brien off the net and firing that ball to Carr, who has the strength now to be able to manage that. What a great swing.
And on that last serve, guys, Brooklyn DeLay hit 57 miles per hour.
We have a new leader in the clubhouse in serve speed, I think.
Second set point on the way for Kentucky after Grace Egan gets the swing and the kill, and now she will serve. An ace for Egan.
Grace Egan bombed one down the line and then goes and dials up a service ace. She's one of the fantastic athletes on this Wisconsin team and just finds a seam between Tuzzo and DeLay.
Third set point for Kentucky. Furbringer going to Flanagan, and Morgan Gardy with a stop, and that hands Kentucky the first set.
Solo block. Morgan Gardy at 6'5" has made the transition to a right side player, and she's left all alone, but the hand and eye work excellent by the Kentucky opposite.
Might that have been our first Gardy party on that stuff. Kentucky wins the first set 25-20 here in Milwaukee.
At Farmers, honesty is our policy. We're all about transparency and giving it to you straight. Now in pink.
We own pink now, but we sort of went too far.
It means coverage with no jargon, big words, or lawyer needed to understand it.
Forget those readers, we don't hide behind fine print.
It's finding new options, even if it's not with us.
Wait, we do that. Way to keep it 100.
Oh yeah, we do that. And that's why you don't have insurance.
You have Farmers. Bum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum.
Every day of the week, rhyming, every word I speak, humming, every ride I ride, it's the last round, every thrill I seek is on the inside.
At the end of the day, we're all chasing something. Imagine what you could do with an all-electric vehicle that gets you. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to the American Volleyball Coaches Association, where champions are made. Join a community of more than 10,000 volleyball coaches from all levels of the sport and take part in premier events like the AVCA Convention, which is held each December. Elevate your game by becoming a member of the AVCA.
Every day, we are here, turning classes into careers that change lives and research into solutions that save them. We are here, creating jobs, driving innovation, proving what's possible with purpose, passion, and creativity. We are here, serving our communities, working today for a stronger tomorrow for all. We are here.
Winner gets Texas A&M in the national championship match. Carter Booth dominating this match right now. Whoa! Set one to Wisconsin. Egan blocked.
Kentucky has come to life.
In plays Hudson. Set point, Cats.
Better late than never. We got ourselves a match.
Collier soaring. Kentucky relentless. Wisconsin wins the set and they lead the match. Carter Booth adding to her career high. Collier back row. Blocked. Triple block.
Needed, necessary.
Via gets stuffed.
How about five?
Hudson down the line. Beautiful. An all-SEC final as Kentucky will play for a title. That was last year's national semifinal. In fact, it was the only five-setter that these two teams have ever played against each other. It went Kentucky's way and ended Wisconsin's season. Now they start this season facing off once again once again as top 10 teams, and Kentucky just won the first set 25-20. And take a look at the set distribution here for Kentucky.
Kentucky setter Cassie O'Brien going 52% to that left side pin, and then you see the right side 33%, just a little bit in the middle. But what she's done really well is use balance. There's five players, with 3 kills, and that balance has really stressed the Wisconsin block. Kentucky hitting 448 in the first set.
Now 4 players with 3 kills. Kennedy Washington has 2, and Kentucky using its balance to take down Wisconsin. How do the Badgers respond here in set 2? Grace Egan tipping around the Kentucky block. Molly Tuzzo with another set to Brooklyn DeLay. And a block from Lizzie Carr. And Madison, what'd you hear on the Wisconsin side?
Well, the message from Coach was really interesting. He said we had more kills than them, but we had more errors. Wisconsin had 7 errors to Kentucky's 2. So he said we're losing our range in transition, bust it off the net, and clean it up with the errors.
Mary, we were just talking about the errors for Kentucky in that first set. Only the 2 of them.
Yeah, and the 2 of them came because of Wisconsin's blocks. And as a coach, you're gonna get blocked. You'd rather get blocked than hit out of bounds. A team that's low air, the way Kentucky is, that is a veteran team.
O'Brien trying to set DeLay, who's on the right side. Egan, dug up by Tuzzo. Audrey Flanagan with the swing and the kill. That freshman's got 6 kills to start her career.
That freshman is killing it in all parts of the game. Yes, the swing, but I've been so impressed. I know about the passing, but I'm watching her serving and some of the things she's doing blocking. This can't be a freshman's first match, and it is.
You bet. Grace Lopez, get it in for the ace.
Grace Lopez tagging that back line. She's an excellent opposite as well, but right now just playing as a serving sub for Wisconsin.
Just tags that line. High risk, high reward on that serve. Overpass. That's the second time Brooklyn DeLay's serve has resulted in an overpass.
When you have that kind of server, your front row actually has to be on high alert. There was an overpass they didn't manage earlier, but this time Asia Thickman was all over this. She was anticipating it and delivered.
Better handled by Wisconsin. Winnie Tarno tipped it over. And Morgan Gardy with the swing on the right. By the way, the serve from Brooklyn DeLay, 59.3 on that. We're going up.
And she get to 60.
Yeah.
Let's see it, Brooklyn.
Just long. Again, if you're just joining us, Brooklyn DeLay played with a torn meniscus in her left knee last year. Didn't tell anybody. Played the whole season with it. And that affected the serve that you just saw from her. She was not able to jump and put that power behind it because of the injury. Gardy with the tip. And Morgan Gardy with another point for the Cats.
Cassie O'Brien is set behind her just a little bit tight. She needs to pull those sets off the net to give her attacker more room to swing. You see it go tight. Blocker gets a piece of it, but Gardy throws it down in the middle of the court.
And Morgan Gardy, Holly's 6'5". So that's an adjustment right there in setting her.
Definitely, and that's something Cassie O'Brien and Morgan Gardy worked on this summer, trying to figure out the height and speed where she needed the ball on the right side.
Jayla August went a little quiet, but she's back.
Going into that sweet spot in the middle of the net where you're too far from the pin blockers to be of any help. That's one-on-one, and with Jayla August's fast arm, that's going to be a kill.
Jayla August, the Florida transfer. Out to Asia, thick pin. It's blocked by Furbringer and August.
Wisconsin blocked, doing work laterally. They got her once on the left, they reset, then they get the block on the other side. Charlie Furbringer, Jayla August with the late close.
Gracie Egan drops it in.
The topspin jump serve can be such a weapon when you can find deep corners like that. If it's coming right at a passer's platform, not that hard to pass, but it's those deep balls that are tough to track.
3 aces for Wisconsin tonight. Thick pin's turn. Furbringer getting aggressive.
It's her decision-making, because that was the right time to do it. When the ball was on the net, you could sense the block was moving, and that was a perfect way to kill that ball.
And you know the block's worried about Jayla August, too, because they know they got to chase her.
Yeah, as they should be worried about Jayla August. Gardy, in.
Morgan Gardy has so much range, finding that deep cross-court angle.
A huge get for Kentucky. Remember, Kentucky last year was really heavy on the left side when it came to their offense with Eva Hudson and Brooklyn DeLay. That carried them all the way to the national final. Craig Skinner looking to be a little bit more balanced this year across the front. Can't stop it.
What Holly described, it's the speed, the time from the ball leaving the setter, Charlie's hands, to Jayla August getting her hand and getting her arm through it. It's so fast. That is really difficult for any left side blocker.
It reminds me of what we saw Texas A&M do to teams with the speed of the ball to the pins. The other team was always chasing.
And all they did was win a national championship. Well, you're talking about this Kentucky offense last year. You see the load that Eva Hudson and Brooklyn DeLay carried. In fact, Brooklyn DeLay was 31% of Kentucky's kills last season. Kentucky already has 7 players with a kill so far in this match, but they got to find a way to slow that down.
This is a Wisconsin team who could put points on the board. Offensively, they need to be able to stop Kentucky defensively with their block, and we saw them do that at the beginning of this set.
And they're going to call Wisconsin interfering with the set.
The beauty of having a tall setter is that's a tight ball, but Cassie O'Brien is able to go up and get it above the top of the tape and still set it. A shorter setter is not going to be able to make that play.
And Cassie O'Brien being listed at 6'1". Delay. Dug up by Flanagan. Tarno gets a swing in the middle. Flanagan diving out with one arm. And then tooling the block is Ava Travis. And a couple of big plays in that rally from the freshman Audrey Flanagan. Short serve from Furbringer. Molly Tuzzo there. Brooklyn DeLay with a punch. Wisconsin got it back over. DeLay take 2.
Repeat set, Cassie O'Brien going back out to the pin. So the block on the other side of the net has to reset and then chase again. And Brooklyn DeLay's able to hammer through that block with so much power.
Brooklyn DeLay, 5 kills, no errors, also 5 digs. Furbringer setting Flanagan out of the back row. There's going to be a double contact called on Kentucky. Lizzie Carr out of the middle has been fire.
Lopez is ripping her serve, but it's going right at Molly Tezzo, who just delivers it to O'Brien, and then the seam ball. Lizzie Carr, so confident, driving that to the ground.
She's got 4 kills, hitting over 570. And then an ace for Brooklyn DeLay. Kentucky's within 1. This was 63.8 miles per hour. Grace Egan, oh my!
What a pass on the tough serve by DeLay, and Egan has proved that she likes that line. Kentucky should make that adjustment, make her hit the other part of the court.
Charlie Furbringer is doing such a good job getting the ball to her right side that allows her to hit the ball line. Such a great set, too.
Because Cassie O'Brien has established Lizzie Carr on that gap set, that opens things up for Brooklyn DeLay to hit that Bic out of the back row, right down the middle.
I think that's where Cassie O'Brien's game has evolved, is that she didn't give away that set. You couldn't read that. It was really well executed.
Furbringer goes backside to Egan, and it's long. Kentucky ties it at 13.
Kentucky has a smaller block on the left side with Asia Thigpen. Look for Furbringer to go right side to Egan.
Said she'll set Audrey Flanagan, and Flanagan says, hey, come at me, 6'5" blocker.
Audrey Flanagan turning it outside. Morgan Gardy's right hand slipping it by the line. That's a tough swing against a big block by Flanagan.
Flanagan's got 7 kills tonight. O'Brien goes to Gardy. I mean, how big is it that not only do you just get Morgan Gardy out of the portal, but then you ask her to totally change position. She's never played on the right side in her career, and she bought into that.
She did, and Craig Skinner told us that for Morgan long-term to play pro, opposite is going to be her position. Is she willing to move over there? She accepted the challenge, and we're just seeing the beginning of her career over there.
Yeah, that was a conversation they had in the recruiting process once she went in the transfer portal. Brooklyn DeLay gets a swing off out of the back row from a bump set from Trinity Ward.
You can tell Brooklyn DeLay is healthy because that was not an easy ball to get her feet to. Kentucky now up in the second set, 15 over Wisconsin 14.
I got her a little something.
A little something, Dad?
Hold up. Walt rolled his 401k accounts into an Empower IRA and planned for times like this. I'm for Team Splurge.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Get good at money so you can be a little bad. Empower.
Yes, I'm on Row. GLP-1s helped me lose 31 pounds. This is healthcare. This is Row. I'm Serena Williams, and I'm a real Row member.
Save up to 70% on select styles of beautiful new carpet or flooring. Plus, we'll beat any competitor's offer, guaranteed. Visit EmpireToday.com or call
800-588-2300-EMPIRE.
Today. Don't trust us. At Liquid IV, our formulas are clinically tested with leading hydration researchers, doctors, and scientists. Because science-backed hydration isn't something we say, it's something we prove. Don't trust us. Trust the science.
The beauty of hardy fiber cement siding speaks for itself, while its strength also makes a statement. Have the home neighbors want with the #1 brand of siding. James Hardie, what the best are made of.
The MLB Little League Classic is on Sunday Night Baseball this week as the Braves take on the Brewers in Williamsport. It's Sunday at 7 Eastern on ESPN and, of course, the ESPN app. Well, Kentucky has its first lead since it was 5-4 in this second set. They already took the first set from Wisconsin in a rematch of last year's national semifinal. It saw Kentucky take down the Badgers in 5 sets and advance to the championship match. It's a 6-2 run right now. What'd you hear on the Kentucky side, Madison?
Coach Skinner was very positive. He said we're doing a much better job out of system. And then Brooklyn DeLay spoke up and said, blockers, stay in one seam, make them hit around you. We know their tendencies.
Short serve there by Trinity Ward. Brooklyn DeLay and Morgan Gardy each have 4 kills in this set. Andre Flanagan. Tuzzo takes it. Kennedy Washington off 1 foot. Travis. Stuffed.
Kennedy Washington, the middle right there you're looking at, jumps, her jump reach is over 10-4. She has to work so hard as a, what we call an undersized middle. And she does, and she's always done that. It's one of her greatest strengths is just her effort and how hard she's gonna work to close the block.
A service error ties this game up at 16 all here in set 2. I'll try Washington again. Dug up by Egan. Furbringer over to Travis. Molly Tuzzo with a pancake. Travis Long.
Molly Tuzzo flying in under that ball, gets her hand under it for a pancake dig, and that keeps Kentucky in the rally, and this ball hit long.
How about a pancake that gets the ball high enough that the setter can actually, and Cassie worked, she got low, she got under that ball. I think a year ago, Cassie might have used her arms to set that ball. But because of her leg strength now, she was able to go low and deliver a ball to the outside.
And Wisconsin is going to challenge this. Charlie Furbringer, the captain, was over talking to the up official along with Kelly Sheffield. You get 2 challenges per match. If you're correct in your challenge, you get to keep it. Well, we're trying to confirm what they're challenging. We don't have the PA mic in the arena for the officials here. So they are looking at the pancake by Molly Tuzzo. No part of the ball can hit the floor. Oh, ooh. And that's down. She didn't get there.
Good challenge. I thought it was close, but that video review was perfect.
And Bolt 6 is doing our video review, and so Wisconsin will get to retain each challenge, both teams with 2 challenges left.
I think for fans, the Bolt 6 it just helps so much in the game, but it's true for the coaches and the players. You just want to go to the next play. Whether you win the challenge or even if you lose a challenge, there were too many delays, and the Volt 6 is one of the parts of technology that is allowing us to keep the match going.
And now that there's another pause.
It looks like Craig's challenging.
So he would be challenging a different part of the
That's
play.
right.
They're looking for a net violation. So they're looking for Wisconsin in the net.
Back-to-back challenge to start the season.
Nothing better, let's go, we're in it.
You know this is going to all the officials out there. They're getting this video. They're all going to get this email with these challenges starting tomorrow.
So they were going back to see if Wisconsin was in the net. Mary, I blame you for saying that it was quickly back to play.
Guilty.
You jinxed us.
Guilty. But if it happened earlier, you have to find out when it happens in the rally. See the net moving. Did the arm
looked like body
that?
down low? It wasn't up high that I see. Looks.
Oh, does her elbow hit the net coming down?
Yes,
Yes,
net touch.
it does. They call a net violation on Wisconsin.
I'm going to tell you, Craig Skinner is one of the very best. I don't know what his career record is on challenges, but it has to be pretty good.
Chris Scholes would know. It's pretty good. And you saw these two longtime friends in Kelly Sheffield and Craig Skinner, both with smiles laughing after this back-to-back challenges. Well, it's Kentucky's point. Ava Travis, no question there. That's a point, Wisconsin.
I love the heat of her arm. So there's what Charlie Furbringer is able to do is just create a little bit of seam for that middle to close, and an arm speed like that, like Ava Travis's, is going to get that ball through.
Lizzie Carr coming around off 1 foot behind Cassie O'Brien.
We've seen Lizzie Carr on that gap ball, that 3-set, but now driving behind the setter when Cassie O'Brien's front row. See the same type of connection with her setter, well executed by Kentucky.
Well, Craig Skinner going into the season looking for more balance, and we're seeing that. Flanagan scoring from the back row. Brooklyn DeLay will take this. Grace Egan, roofed.
If you're an outside hitter, you do not want that ball dying inside anywhere near Lizzie Carr because she's so disciplined with that press and that inside left hand on the block for Kentucky.
So Wisconsin is going to take a timeout here as they trail by 2 in this set.
Go high, or hey, what blocker is up there for them? Is that the setter? Big kid is up there, so you got a ball up there, and so you got that. Send them nice little short tip, and then get in there. Okay. All right. Hey, keep battling here. Let's go. Come on.
Here we go. Big kid being Morgan Gardy.
Yes.
At 6'5" on the right.
But I thought Cassie O'Brien was up. Let's see.
No, Gardy was just up there blocking with Carr.
Okay.
It was.
Yep.
It was the formidable block that we spoke of earlier.
We got to name that block something, right?
The Great Wall of Kentucky.
Is it a Cardi?
Ooh.
Carr and Gardy?
Yeah, I like it.
We'll workshop that.
Yes.
Oh, Lenny Tarno out of the middle.
I like the strategic short serve by Kentucky, but Wisconsin handles it. Look at Grace Egan slide under this ball, lift it, and allows Charlie Furbringer to run that ball to freshman Tarno in the middle.
Flanagan won't get the call. It is long, no touch on it. And it puts Kentucky to 20 points first with one of their best servers behind the service line in Brooklyn DeLay. She's already ripped one off at 63 miles per hour. Tarner going behind Furbringer.
Defensive specialist Anna Badaro from Italy, just delivering a dime, perfect pass, and Charlie Furbringer is going to have a field day running that middle attack.
Gardy couldn't get it over. It hit into the tape, and it's tied at 20. Gardy gets a second chance.
Much better location from Cassie O'Brien. She pushed that ball to the net, allowing Gardy to go up and get it and go over the block.
Now they talked about how important it was for Gardy to come in early so that she could rep this new position with Cassie O'Brien, plus getting used to Cassie setting 6'5" behind her. Not at 21. You do have to win by 2 as we race to 25 points.
Now the jump top spin from Grace Egan.
Service error. She's gotten a couple of aces off of that tonight.
And you said it earlier, it is true, it's high risk, high reward, but I think our game is evolving that you're gonna have to take risks. Offenses are too good, and it's just gonna be part of our game. And it's early season. We'll get rid of some of those service errors.
Furbringer pushing it to Flanagan, looking for the line, got it.
Cassie O'Brien giving Audrey Flanagan some line, in the crossbody by the freshman finds it.
Flanagan's up to 8 kills now as she ties this at 22. Back row delay. Travis off hands. Tuzzo with the dig. O'Brien's going to go to Asia Thigpen. Delay out of the back row.
A great set by Cassie O'Brien, and that she led Brooklyn DeLay, allowed her to broad jump so that she's going to hit this at a really high contact point. And a great set.
And the tempo of that set is so quick that the block cannot get more than 2 hands in front of it.
Trinity Ward digs a gust. Can't dig that. Ava Travis tied at 23. 52.8 miles per hour on that kill from Travis. What an out from Flanagan. It is set point Kentucky. Ava Travis tips over the block. And that drops, so we're tied at 24. You have to win by 2.
Ooh. Almost got under that.
Close, yeah.
Wow. Oh, I thought she got it. Oh.
Oh, we're being told it hit the antenna, which means it's automatically out. Furbringer grazing the tape. Lizzie Carr in the middle, right at Furbringer. The second set point, Kentucky.
Charlie Furbringer wants that one back for Wisconsin. She was right there, just too much heat off her arms.
Now Gardy rotates to the front row. These are 3 very, very good blockers for Kentucky.
Coming over. Lizzie Carr, exclamation point. And Kentucky leads this match 2-0.
Cassie O'Brien had all sorts of movement on that serve. Simon had to go to her knees to try and pass that ball and feeds right into Lizzie Carr.
Lizzie Carr gets the kill to end that set, but Brooklyn DeLay leading this team right now. 8 kills, no errors, and she's with Madison.
8 kills, no errors. As a team hitting over 400, what's working offensively for you guys?
Yeah, I think our defense is just doing a really good job of getting it in Cassie's hands, and she's just finding the right player at the right time. And I think offensively, it's really hard to defend when everybody's connecting like that.
As a team, what gives you the edge with a game this tight? What's the difference maker?
Yeah, I think it's honestly what we've been doing all preseason. Like, we come into the gym every single day working our hardest, and I think that's just transferring over to this game.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, it takes a few extra points, but Kentucky takes set 2, and they have taken the first 2 sets in this match between Wisconsin, a rematch of last year's national semifinal. Set number 3 is going to be a must-win for Wisconsin. Well, some sad news from our ESPN family, the world, and certainly our ESPN team, a little darker after we lost our dear friend and co-worker Amy Kimball. Amy's smile would absolutely light up a room. Her laugh and tender nature put everyone else at ease. She was a force in her small frame and brought everybody joy. Our thoughts and love are with her husband, Dan, her children, Ryan, Emma, and Matthew, and her granddaughters, Cora and Chloe. Thank you to her family for sharing her with us. We will miss her dearly.
At the University of Wisconsin-Madison, we believe in working together to address real-world challenges. That's why we're proud to help farmers cultivate healthy food and landowners preserve and maintain forest land. We're proud to educate the next generation of teachers and drive groundbreaking medical research. Together, we make an impact that rings loud and clear. One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
Never know. You never. Is this you?
Yeah, it's my new RAV4.
Do you think RAV stands for Rugged Adventure Vehicle?
Whoa, dude. I feel like it's the Ridiculous Acceleration Vehicle.
Yeah. Isn't it the Recreational Activity Vehicle?
I guess it could mean anything you want.
Oh yeah? What else you got? Toyota. Let's go places.
Why is La Roche-Posay recommended by dermatologists worldwide? Highly effective skincare. La Roche-Posay Face Moisturizer. More than just a moisturizer. Helps repair skin barrier in just 1 hour. 48-hour hydration. La Roche-Posay.
At Baird, we offer a unique perspective on wealth management.
Because you offer a unique perspective on what a life should look like.
We listen and really get to know you. Then we customize a plan, especially for you and your family.
From making your tax burden less of a burden
to estate and trust strategies that protect your loved ones.
And an investment portfolio that powers your financial goals.
When the focus is on you, it makes all the difference.
Did you know your choice of toothpaste is as important to gum health as brushing and flossing? Try Crest Gum Detoxify. It penetrates gum pockets to eliminate the trapped plaque that brushing can't reach for healthier gums in just 2 weeks. Try Crest.
On game day, you show up with the Cats. And the other days, we show up with you. Across farmers' fields, beneath rolling foothills, throughout communities large and small, into spaces where healthy lives begin, where ideas take shape, and where families find hope. We advance Kentucky, everywhere, every day.
Opening weekend for NCAA volleyball. We've got a top 6 matchup, and Kentucky has taken the first 2 sets from Wisconsin. Kentucky has been looking for more balance this year, and hey, they found it so far. Brooklyn DeLay and Morgan Gardy getting it done on each pin.
8 kills apiece, and when you can spread the offense, one scoring on the right, one scoring on the left, and then the bomb of a serve by Brooklyn DeLay, that can put a ton of pressure on any opponent on the other side of the net.
Want to see what a healthy Brooklyn DeLay looks like? It's the ability to take swings and get kills on all parts of the court. And she's feeling it right now. I just feel like she's hitting at another gear.
She looks healthy as she is. And now for tonight's team spotlight, it's brought to you by Jeep. There's only one. Look at all the players who have impacted the kill category for this Kentucky team tonight. You talk about balance, we're seeing it.
Balance and low air. So it allows, when you have hitters that are low air, it allows your setters to feel comfortable going back to you. It's when a hitter starts pressing and maybe some unforced errors that a setter has to work maybe away from. But right now, Cassie O'Brien for Kentucky, she's got all the options.
Freshman Audrey Flanagan has been so impressive in her debut. 8 kills on 22 swings. And then the backcourt 6 digs. She was a national champion on the beach and so fun to coach. Just very chill. She makes it look easy.
How does her beach skill set translate to the indoor side?
Amazing. She could play anywhere in the country and be on the top line.
Wow. Well, her Wisconsin Badgers need to win this set to extend the match, and their head coach, Kelly Sheffield, is with Madison.
Coach, a must-win set for you here. What kind of adjustments, if any, do you need to see?
I mean, these guys are playing so clean. They're putting a lot of pressure. I love how we're responding, but they're just being a little bit more pressure on us than we are to them. Their middles have had a field day. We've got to find a way to slow down some of their middle attack.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
So what is Wisconsin, what can they do, Holly, against that middle attack for Kentucky?
Serve tougher so they can't run the middle. I mean, that would be thing number one. And then, you know, really dedicate to bunch blocking and crowding Lizzie Carr on that gap set.
You talked about Jayla Gust, who will rotate in here in a couple of rotations being out. One of the things, blocking is such a rhythm. Like you need to be on the court and practicing it, and Jayla hasn't been.
And Wisconsin has made a change at their libero position, by the way, as Kristen Simon got the start, but Ana Bardaro is now in the libero jersey, number 2 in the red. They have been battling for that spot in the preseason.
And Bardaro, a freshman from Italy.
There's Kristen Simon on the serve. Tougher serve. Oh, and Grace Lopez, too, is in the front row for Wisconsin, so making a lot of changes here.
And that's exactly what Kelly Sheffield told us he was willing to do. Lots of different lineups. He didn't feel like he could settle into one lineup for some time, and he's showing us tonight.
Backside to Lopez. Gardy with the tip. Lopez is there. Furbringer goes to Flanagan on the outside. Lopez dug by Tuzzo. Brooklyn DeLay is going to set up Gardy.
A dig by Molly Tuzzo. Grace Lopez, the lefty, taking a full swing, like her first swing in the front row, maybe in 17 months in a live match. And Tuzzo, the libero for Kentucky, just sticks it.
That one's going to be long for Flanagan, and Kentucky's out to a 3-1 lead. Remember, Wisconsin has to win this set to extend the match.
Cassie O'Brien is really skilled at attacking a certain spot on the court and just creating a little bit of a tweak in the pass so Charlie Furbringer can't run the exact offense she wants to.
Tarno behind her sends it out of bounds.
The leadership aspect of Charlie Furbringer's game continues to grow. She's surrounded by all new starters.
Tarno in front this time, and that works.
Smart play getting Tarno at 6'5", big offensive window and power. Kill one-on-one out of the middle.
Yeah, Tarno, a freshman out of Illinois. And she has dreamed of playing at Wisconsin since she went to her very first camp with the Badgers. Jayla August. Flanagan back up to swing on this. O'Brien in the middle to Carr, who's been so good. Dug up by Simon. Gardy. Lopez rejected. Morgan Gardy, give me a party.
This is early season rally.
And Morgan Gardy that time blocking on the left side against Grace Lopez. Very comfortable from that left side of the court.
Yeah, her natural position, she's moved to the right side since she's transferred to Kentucky. And Lopez with the response after she started this set in the opposite. We just saw her serving in the first two sets.
And serving from coming off the bench is much harder. It'll be interesting to see if Grace Lopez is going to play 6 rotations. Is she going to take her serve to another level?
Gardy to the floor.
What a feed from Cassie O'Brien, reversing the flow and going all the way back high enough and wide enough that Gardy could tee off on it.
And that she did. A seam in the block. Gardy went to another level, got her arm through fast.
You heard Kelly Sheffield tell Madison that Kentucky's just playing so smooth offensively right now. They only have 4 errors, and they've only hit out of bounds 1 time.
Big swing from Flanagan out of system. Not an easy one against the Kentucky block, but able to find a point.
The thing that would amaze me in the recruiting process watching Audrey Flanagan, she's no bigger now than she was in high school.
And she went early in January to put on some muscle. You don't see those muscles?
Come on.
She's not going to be happy with you, Mary.
No telling what she's going to look like after a couple years. But she, to be able to generate that kind of heat with those narrow shoulders, it's so impressive.
She's whippy.
She is whippy.
I will say one of the best moments of watching practice yesterday was afterwards. Kelly Sheffield brought Audrey over. He goes, I want to introduce her to Mary, to our Mary Wise now.
And I got to say, Kelly, I know Audrey. She told us no. Just a highlight of my day.
It's an ace for the Cats.
Kentucky has been very smart with who they're attacking in serve, receive, what part of the court. Look at this ball go all the way wide, right in the seam.
Travis flying up in the air.
Furbringer isolating Travis on that pin. Washington thought Furbringer was going the other way, and every one-on-one, usually advantage hitter.
You know, Kelly Sheffield called her, Travis, fearless, and I can see why. Like, she's going to go up there and get her money's worth. She's going to take a full rip. She's not just managing balls. She will when she has to, but you can see she loves to bring the heat.
He told us she was an absolute beast, and he was super excited to have her for multiple years, not just one. There's Isabel Hoppy. Coming in with the ace.
Isabel Hoppy, the backup setter. It's a freshman, and like you said early, Mary Wise, setters are usually really good servers, and this is a good one that catches Asia Thigpen high down that line.
That one's going over. Free ball back to Wisconsin. Flanagan out of the back row. Thigpen can't turn it down the line, too wide. 3-0 run for the Badgers. The freshman sitter, Isabel Hoppy. Hoppy gets there. Free ball back to Kentucky. Delay once again, back row. It's in.
The power this year that we're seeing from Brooklyn Delay is so impressive. We did see it 2 years ago, but with the injury last year, we didn't see the same kind of pop and power. The whole body unloads and gets through that ball.
It was last year at one of the very first matches in Nashville. Brooklyn Delay tore that meniscus and kept it quiet, didn't tell anybody, played with it the entire season. Delay on the left side, all right.
I think what Wisconsin tried to do by serving short, take the middle out, get a predictable ball to the outside. So at that point, two blockers, and Delay was going to have no part of it. She's going to get that arm through, even though two blockers had the advantage that time.
Guys, she doesn't have an attacking error.
That's impressive.
We're in the third set. Flanagan back row. Delay. Rejected by Torno.
I'd see the fans recognize it. Stop her. Stop 17, finally.
We watched Lenny Tarno yesterday and we're impressed by her size and blocking ability. And Kelly Sheffield very confident in her defense at the net, shutting down delay there for Wisconsin.
We're looking forward to blocking in terms of can they hold their hands. I mean, think of how hard Brooklyn DeLay hits the ball. That when that ball is hitting into your blocking hands above your head, it doesn't blow you up, we call her, or you pull your arms back. No, not at all. That was a solid block.
It's taken Wisconsin a second. Remember, they shifted their lineup to start this set, so just trying to figure out how they're supposed to sub back in. Wisconsin's on a 5-2 run. Kristen Simon serving. Started the game in the libero jersey, but since it's gone to Bardaro.
Carr has taken her game to another level. She really has. Just the confidence in front, behind, the way she makes herself available as an attack option. It's really fun to watch the elevation of her game.
Well, she's really worked with the strength staff to get her playing at a higher level for longer periods of time, and it's showing up here. Wisconsin within one.
There's so many times in the match where Charlie Farbringer is just going to make a play like she did on that last one. It just goes for another play. She's back row. She's having to come from back row on a tight pass, reaches high, makes that set, locates. She makes that look easy. That is not an easy set.
Agreed.
An elite setter. One of the best on that National Player of the Year watch list. And Kentucky's back up by 3. Hit the tape and rolled out for Brooklyn DeLay. Egan's serve goes long. Farbringer, the slide to a Gus. Molly Tazo gets there. Free ball back to Kentucky. DeLay back row. In.
Wow.
Where did Molly Tazo come from to get that ball?
Incredible play off the block to keep that alive. And then when you've got Brooklyn DeLay as an option. Kentucky up 15-11 in this third set.
So handsome.
I can't buy this.
Whoa, whoa. Your Empower investment accounts are designed for the long haul. So, get good at money so you can be a little bad. Empower.
It's not easy chasing a breeze in the summer heat. A crave-worthy sip of Liquid IV. Perfected by scientists who clearly have a sweet tooth. Notes of candied orange mixed with smooth vanilla. Deliciously refreshing in a way I didn't see coming. Made with vitamins, nutrients, and electrolytes for the most thirst-quenching hydration blend. Introducing this summer's most crave-worthy flavor, Orange Vanilla Dream with Liquid IV.
Save up to 70% on select styles of beautiful new carpet or flooring. Plus, we'll beat any competitor's offer, guaranteed. Visit EmpireToday.com or call
800-588-2300
today.
I'm on Row, 34 pounds down on GLP-1s. Healthier on Row, supported on Row. I'm Serena Williams. This
is me on Row.
Well, the Little League Baseball World Series continues Saturday on ESPN. It starts at 1 p.m. Eastern with Canada and Australia. And we got you all the way covered through that last game at 7 p.m. Eastern, Alabama and California. That's Saturday on ESPN. Williamsport popping right now. Well, back here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it's the Jeep AVCA First Serve. Earlier tonight, Texas A&M, who won the national championship last year, was taken down by Louisville in 4 sets. And here, Kentucky is up in the 3rd set, looking to close out this match over Wisconsin, a rematch of last year's national semifinal. Courtney Lyle, Mary Wise, Holly McPeak, and Madison Fitzpatrick with you. Gardy with the tip. Charlie Furbringer is going to run Jayla Gust on the slide, and Wisconsin gets a point out of that timeout, Madison.
And a big talking point in their huddle, in Wisconsin's huddle, was defense. Coach Sheffield said defending the go. They're not hitting a lot of sharp angles, so let's go ahead and shift our defenders more towards the line. Get some digs here.
Kentucky's offense has just been so fluid and so strong to start this season. They returned so many pieces from the team that played in the national championship match last year. And you can tell.
Charlie Furbringer, the right front blocker, moved inside to help on that gap ball. Beautiful assist block by the right sider. Also known as the setter.
On that play, you can call her assist blocker.
Yeah.
Well, we've been talking about this Kentucky team last year. Look how much they returned. I mean, 61% of their kills, 90% of their assists, 79% of their digs. The main weapon they lost was Eva Hudson on the outside, and that was pretty much it.
Well, we expected them to start the season with all this returning talent and experience. We expected them to start very strong. Wisconsin has lots of question marks. I mean, they've got so much talent, and they need to figure out what exactly they're going to look like at the end of the season.
Kennedy Washington with a block.
Craig Skinner talked about the work that Kennedy Washington did. He said, look, she took a big jump, both offensively and defensively. Yes, she's undersized in the middle, but look at her get out and close to Cassie O'Brien for that block.
Asia Thigpen will get the swing off. And that is in, and there were some crazy digs by the Littles for Kentucky. Largest lead for the Cats.
Asia Thigpen tags that back line. She's got a big arm, had kind of a quiet night, but does all the little things. Fantastic ball control. And Craig Skinner likes the way that she's able to manufacture points with her arm.
Hey, I want to see if we can chip this down here. If we can get this side out here, and we get this thing here within 3 by the time they get to 20, all right? I want it to be great at being where our feet are right now, all right? We're not playing frustrated. The only way that you give these things back is controlling the ball. Control the ball, make sure that we're covering, we're being relevant. We're not watching here, and we're not pressing, all right? All right? Ignore the score, let's chip away at this thing here. Let's go.
Playing a little game within the game.
And you know, when you are behind and playing a team that is playing as clean a volleyball as Kentucky is, it's easy to start pressing. You just feel like, you've got to give us a break. I mean, how about a couple of errors? And Kentucky has been very selfish in terms of giving up any unforced errors. Last time Trinity Ward served short here to take Jayla Gust. The slide hit her out. See if she does the same.
What'd you hear on the Kentucky side, Mads?
Well, Mary said they were playing clean, they're playing confident, and that's exactly what that huddle was about. Really not much talking strategy, just confidence and singing Sweet Caroline.
And Trinity Ward did go after and take Flanagan out. Asia Thigpen just making it happen.
I love that. That was strength. She went up there, wiped that ball off the block, pure strength.
And I think she's going to get more and more comfortable back in her natural position as they play more matches. Remember, she played on the right side last year.
Completely agree.
Furbringer up to Travis. Oh, Cassie O'Brien. How about a solo block for the setter?
And fantastic eye work by Cassie O'Brien. They ran that ball inside. She was all by herself and gets right in front of it. Quick hands over the net. Nothing better than a solo block.
You want to talk about a dream for a setter? Cassie O'Brien may be seeing that all night. A solo block for a setter.
And the entire bench just lost their minds on that play. Well, Wisconsin has used its final timeout as Kentucky is now up 7, just 5 points away from taking this match. And Wisconsin already back on the floor, ready to go. For Wisconsin, we've talked about the new pieces, especially the freshmen coming in, but you combine that with the fact that Kelly Sheffield has been open and saying, I have made this toughest schedule I've ever had at Wisconsin. So all these new pieces, and now they got to play a gauntlet of a schedule.
If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And I think all these coaches know that. Starting with Kentucky and Louisville, then you've got Stanford, Pitt, Florida. I mean, there's no games off. And then you've got A&M, who's going to be better, you know, by September 11th, and then Texas. So
and then playing in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
just that.
Just that.
But Wisconsin will be a better team from this experience tonight and the ones that follow. They're so young. They're probably still passing out the policies of a road trip when you have that many young players on game day. They have so much talent, they'll continue to get better.
And I think how they finish this match could be important too moving forward. They've got to turn around and play Louisville tomorrow. Ava Travis, that's a good start.
And Charlie Furbringer repeats that set, brought Travis inside, and Travis goes off the hands of the block that time, avoiding the...
And Kelly Sheffield told us he's in no hurry to set his lineup. He expected changes. We saw him shuffle things around heading into this third set. In fact, they haven't even played an A team and a B team in practice. They've been constantly rotating and playing different combinations. Travis coming after it. Inside the court, too.
Brooklyn DeLay talking to Asia Thigpen about what's available offensively on that left pin for her.
Thigpen's gonna take it. Furbringer bump sets Travis. And she's blocked Kennedy Washington.
It's a pretty fun battle happening at the net here. Big swings, big blocks. And this is, again, I go back to, it's still early season. This is like some really good stuff on day one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's day one of the season. 10 blocks for Kentucky, 4 for Wisconsin. Coming back over. O'Brien feeds DeLay. Speaking of blocks.
Ball set a little bit low to DeLay on that pin. I would have liked to see her crush that overpass. I was surprised she took it back to her setter.
Flanagan with a big dig. Kennedy Washington just camping out for it.
Sometimes those over digs, over passes are a little scary. They hang in the air, but Kennedy Washington very confident taking it and throwing it back down.
Kentucky needs 3 more points to win this match. Bryn Koval, the transfer from Arizona State, stepping in to serve. Madison Quest gets a swing for Wisconsin. Delayed tips. Saved by Furbringer. Travis punched it a little too far. Lenny Tarno has given them some really good points.
She certainly has, and I know we've talked a lot about Audrey Flanagan, but when a freshman can step in and put that ball in Furbringer's hands, you need to have her on the court, and Tarno's been a very nice offensive and defensive weapon for Wisconsin.
I think they're finding some pieces early on here. I like what they have on the left side. I think one of the biggest growth area will be blocks, though.
Lizzie Carr off of 1 foot. Tardo tips. Yes, it dropped. Kristen Simon trying to keep this momentum going for the Badgers. Service error makes it match point Kentucky.
Morgan Gardy coming back in the match for Kentucky. That means that Kentucky's front row is huge, and Cassie O'Brien on the back row serving.
And trying to go over that big block is not going to work. Kentucky wins its opener. They take down number 6 Wisconsin, and they do it with a sweep.
I think we both expected Kentucky to come out strong with all that returning power. We saw them locked in at practice yesterday, and I think Wisconsin has a bright future. We knew their offense was going to be in front of their defense, and I think they're going to get better every week.
And they're going to play again tomorrow. We'll see them take on Louisville here in Milwaukee. This Kentucky team, they'll be in action once again on Sunday against Pitt, who was also a national semifinalist last year. But this Kentucky offense, guys, 385, just 8 attacking errors. They had 4 players with 7 or more kills. We're seeing some of that balance they've been working on.
That's exactly right. And they could do that because of the quality of the first contact. And you could just, Cassie O'Brien, their setter, she was the National Freshman Player of the Year, but she's even playing with more confidence this year.
Yeah, setting the tone for this team, and their head coach, Craig Skinner, is with Madison.
Coach, you said the goal was to distribute the ball more, to spread out the offense more. What do you assess from the way O'Brien did that tonight?
Cassie was great. I mean, she got a lot of people involved, and you know, both behind the setter and in front of the setter, got the quicks established early to get them thinking about that. And you know, so, and then pleased with Brooklyn, you know, came through in some big moments for us, and you know, had to make a little switch right before the match, and so I'm really proud of our team to handle that switch and do some good things.
What impressed you most about the physicality of this team? I know that was something you were excited about.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with, you know, 6'5", 6'6" in the front row and athletes like Asia and Brooklyn, it makes hitters think about what they do before they do it. But, you know, Wisconsin, along with Pittsburgh, we'll see on Sunday, are so physical. There's going to be ups and downs, and we've got to be able to weather the storms.
I know you're celebrating this one right now, but Pitt on Sunday. Any initial thoughts going into that one?
Pitt's awfully good. You know, they have a lot of returning, a lot of experience, a lot of firepower. So it'll take every bit of what we did tonight and then some.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations. 1-0.
And just how you want to start the season, Madison, if you're Kentucky. They played for a national championship last year, and this year, 1-0 to start 2026. Not done in Milwaukee, more to come, but Kentucky gets a sweep over Wisconsin.
I can. You can't spell America.